Until recent months, Kyle Walker had been a household name in English football for only good reasons. A stalwart defender whose speed, precision, and presence have been instrumental in Manchester City's dominance under Pep Guardiola. Fans see the accolades, multiple Premier League titles, a Champions League triumph, and an irreplaceable spot in the England national team. Ever great was his legend that, in the last decade, anytime anyone ever said something negative about the decorated English right-back, you'd quickly assume that person was a Tottenham fan, because they are the only ones who still resent him for being ambitious enough to leave their club. That's just Tottenham fans being Spurs as always. Back to Kyle Walker's story. You see, like I said, when you get into his abilities as a footballer, you're almost looking at arguably the best right-back or his generation. But when you peel the layers off everything great he's done on the football field, you find a man whose personal life is riddled with scandal and turmoil. A man living a double life, assuming expectations of a devoted family man while harboring a history of infidelity, secret relationships, and messy public drama. In every sense of the phrase, a responsible father or family man is something that Kyle Walker has never been and will never be. And here is why. 17-year-old Kyle Walker met Annie Kilner when they were both teenagers. She was his high school sweetheart, the love of his life, or so it seemed. Together, they built what appeared to be a picture-perfect family, sharing 4 children, all boys. But as Walker's football career soared, the cracks in his personal life began to show. You know, for someone playing at the highest level of football and earning almost £7 million to £10 million gross salary annually, Kyle Walker has been making the most of his wealth by trying to spread his income around. Not in the way that would earn him more money, but rather in a way that would drain him. How? Womanizing. Kyle Walker had always been the type that would chase anything in a skirt, although he had managed to keep everything under tight wraps. But in April 2019, the first public bombshell dropped. Walker and his college sweetheart Annie had their first public split after reality TV star Laura Brown revealed she had an affair with him, an affair that happened, no less, in the back of his car. That news was a bitter pill to swallow for Annie, who assumed the man she's known for a long time could never do that. Annie went ahead to demand proof, and Laura responded by sending a selfie taken inside their family home. Annie was stunned and demanded to take a break from their affair. But while away, Walker begged Annie to take him back, which she reconsidered. Just a few months later, Walker was in the headlines again. This time for a fling with model Lauren Goodman, a relationship that led to her pregnancy while Annie was still recovering from a devastating miscarriage. Apparently, while dealing with Annie's indefinite separation from him, Walker just couldn't keep his little man in his shorts as he used the opportunity to seek satisfaction elsewhere with Lauren Goodman. But here's the thing. While it came off as a fling with Lauren, the reality is Lauren wasn't really a stranger in Walker's life. In fact, Walker had known and kept contact with the model since he was 20. That's to say, Walker has known Lauren for just 3 years less than he's known his wife, Annie Kilner. Crazy, eh? Speaking about Walker's affair with Lauren, Annie described the betrayal as obscene. She revealed in March he was unfaithful. By July, he was at it again. Not even 3 months later, someone was pregnant. My youngest was 1. Who does that? Nevertheless, Walker's mistress, Lauren, welcomed baby Cairo into the world in 2020. And Annie, despite her heartbreak, took Walker back later that year. And here comes the real kicker. They tied the knot in 2021. It was almost as if Annie's proposal for accepting Walker back was, "Put that ring on my finger and make me the official wife, or I'm not coming back." Of course, she got her wish. She marked her territory. Really though, if for Walker's sake you were wondering, why did he go on to propose marriage right after he had been caught cheating, then here's your answer. He was simply playing the long game. As expected, the peace in their home was short-lived. By 2023, rumors of Walker leading a double life resurfaced. Again. His mistress, Lauren Goodman, in an explosive interview, revealed Walker had been hiding the existence of their second child from his wife. Lauren claimed Kyle was happy hiding the truth because he was scared of what would happen when Annie knew. Rather, not so shockingly, not if his legal marriage could transform him. He continued to see his mistress, Lauren, even after tying the knot, and even got her pregnant again. The unbelievable thing is, Walker got Lauren pregnant at the time when the model was trying to drain ludicrous amounts from him in child support money. In one of Lauren's claims during their legal battle, she demanded a lump sum of £33,000 to install air conditioning at her home and £31,200 to install an AstroTurf football playing area. As to why she was demanding the AstroTurf, Lauren asserted that by kicking a ball with her left foot from a crawling position, their newborn daughter, Kinara, had shown a talent which may suggest a future career as a professional footballer. Could you just imagine? Seriously, those two deserve each other for real. All this was happening at the blind side of Walker's legitimate family because he had tried to raise both families simultaneously. In doing so, Walker tried to keep Lauren quiet by agreeing to her extensive financial demands, including purchasing a house for $2.4 million and increasing child support payments. But only a fool would trust a woman he's cheated with. In December 2023, Lauren sent a text message to Annie, revealing the truth about her second child with Walker, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. For Annie, the repeated betrayals had become too much. In 2023, after learning the full extent of Walker's actions, she announced their separation. She issued a long statement on social media, detailing her split from the Man City captain, demanding privacy for herself and her children. Privacy hasn't been all that Annie has since demanded, as latest reports suggest she's handed Walker divorce papers, aiming for a 50% split of his £27 million fortune. Walker has since issued a public apology and even gone on to sell an interview with The Sun, explaining his extramarital affair as a mistake. He added, "Annie is an amazing woman, and I can only apologize for the upset I've caused her. She's been part of my life for so long, and that will never change for the sake of our children. But seriously, who even believes these lies anymore?" This is the same guy that during the lockdowns in 2019, he publicly urged fans to act responsibly. Yet, in April 2020, he was caught hosting a party with escorts, a move that defied the very lockdown measures he advocated for. The hypocrisy was glaring. The scandal embarrassed both Manchester City and the England national team, forcing Walker to issue an apology. But the damage to his reputation was done. Walker's story is one of duality, a disciplined athlete on the pitch and a reckless individual off it. The consequences of living a double life have been immense: a strained marriage, a tarnished reputation, and questions about his integrity. For a man who's achieved so much professionally, the chaos of his personal life casts a long shadow. Can Walker rebuild his life, or will the weight of his choices continue to haunt him? At present, at age 34 and Manchester City in deep shambles, it's not looking great for him. Kyle Walker, coming to a Saudi club near you. Mark your calendars.